Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky. Hope your day is off to a wonderful start. We're kicking off your afternoon with a great show today as we take you right to the rundown now and show you who you can expect on the show today. We will start things off with Cervices LLC Roofing, Gutters, and Siding, kicking off the month of Thanksgiving. And then, of course, we'll go to UPS and the hiring blitz they'll be doing ahead of the holiday season. It's a busy time over there. And Grand will join us last. I hear that there is a furry friend in the green room right now, so we'll introduce you to Spooky in our third segment. But first and foremost, I want to start things off with Cervices. Dana Brown back with us now. It's always good to see you.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Helping to kick off the month of Thanksgiving. I know you guys do so much for people in the community, so this is kind of a thank you to some of your clients.
Absolutely. So we love our customers, and any time that we have an opportunity to let them know how much we appreciate them, that's definitely the route we're going to take.
Yeah, I love getting to talk to you about your business, how you guys got started with all of this, and even for the folks who are joining us for the first time, run us down kind of what you do, how you got into this, how you got to the point that you are today.
Sure. Yeah, so we actually started our business because we were looking for a contractor that actually cared about the family that lived underneath of their home improvements. I mean, we couldn't find one. So if we couldn't find a great contractor, we decided to be one. And 12 years later, we're here doing our thing and helping more families. And this year, we've been able to help more families than ever before. At the end of October, we had managed to help over 600 families this year, and some of them with full house renovations, lots of them actually with full house renovations. The windstorms this year were a blessing and a curse at the same time. You know, a lot of people had to deal with some things that they didn't want to as a result of all that wind damage, but they ended it up with new roof, new gutters, new siding, full exterior renovation. That's always a fun thing to see.
Well, it's great to hear that you were able to help more people than ever before. Of course, we don't know what weather is coming our way here in the next couple months to close out the year. Is there anything, before we go to some of the before and afters to show the beautiful work that Cervices does, anything that homeowners should kind of be on the lookout for now as we head into some of the colder months?
Always trees. Okay. It's always trees.
Yeah, well, now they're dropping leaves everywhere. I need to get to work on that today, I think.
Anytime that the weight on the limbs that are over your house changes, so in the spring when they become heavier, or in the fall when they lose their leaves and they become lighter, any change in that, take a look around and actually pay attention to what is hanging over your roof. If there's anything that's in contact, get somebody out there to make sure that you've got a good amount of space between your trees and your roof. You don't want you don't want it to love up on your roof at all. That's definitely going to leave a mark.
And I know here in our community we've had a problem with ice storms in the past, which always creates some issues. Okay, we mentioned some of the before and afters. It's always great if we can show people firsthand the work that you guys do. It's always wonderful. So what's the first one that we want to talk about today?
So I love the before and afters when you can see a significant change. So we've got a couple of them that are before and afters. That this one actually was an insurance-related job. So a lot of times people don't need to look at the examples of like a McMansion or something.
Right.
It's like, right? You know, you want to see what's it going to look like on my house? What's it going to look like in a regular neighborhood with regular people? And sometimes even just a new roof in the same color. It may not give you a tremendous difference in the color itself, but the safety of living under it, you're not going to have leaks and mold. Now that one was a dramatic change, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
So that is that was a new roof put on in Pacific Wave, and the setting for that one was absolutely ideal. So they've got this really serene setting, and it was just screaming for a little drama, and they definitely got it. So that is Pacific Wave. Then we've got another one. Now this was like we were talking about with a lot of tree cover. So this house had a tremendous amount of tree cover that had.
In the photos.
Well, they had it removed right before we got there, but that's where all of that algae streaking on the original pictures is from the water that dripped off of the tree cover that was there. It just really stained and streaked up, not to mention the wind took half the roof with it. But
sure. Well, yeah,
that was the last straw there. But so when they got the chance to replace it, they really were able to add a lot of dimension and a lot of curb appeal to that house, definitely.
What is it like for you when you get to complete these projects? And I can imagine people are so excited. I imagine some homeowners don't even realize that what you can do today may be a little different than the last time time they got a roof replaced. So
sure.
those moments when you're able to bring something to the table that they maybe never even thought of before, and that satisfaction at the end.
There's some statistic out there, something like 3/4 of people don't even know what color their roof is unless they walk out and look up.
That's wild.
You know, there was a time, and you're a little younger, but there was a time where, you know, you had black and you had brown. You might have had gray. There wasn't a whole lot of variety available, and we're definitely in a different day and time now. So the color variation and the way that you can really change the curb appeal of a house is just spectacular now. So when you're driving around in your neighborhood and you see the pops of color all over the place, there's still time for you to be in that group, you know, before the end of the year. The weather hasn't turned completely gross yet.
We got some time.
We got a little bit of time, knock on something wood somewhere, right?
The meteorologists are in the back room probably spinning a different story for us, right?
There's got to be a few good days left. So definitely we want folks to be a part of that. And actually that brings me to another announcement that one of our manufacturers, so we almost exclusively install Owens Corning, and we've partnered with them for years just because their customer service is second to none.
Okay.
And so they've made an announcement recently that actually will apply to a lot of folks that may not have even realized what they were getting at the time that they had their roof replaced. So if you had your roof replaced in 2022 or later, so up through even now, and you use Duration shingles, make sure that you get on our Facebook page or our website and check out the list of manufactured products that would qualify, and get with your homeowner's insurance, because all of those Duration line shingles are now considered a Class 3 hail-resistant shingle, which should, in most carriers' cases, get you a little help on your homeowner's insurance that you didn't even realize. So that's another one of those things. You know, we're not just the people out there trying to sell the product. We're actually here to service after the fact. So even if you had it installed in January, say, of 22, you're still able to go back and recapture that from this point moving forward on that shingle class change.
Which is a great example of sometimes, you know, you do something because you have to. Maybe you had a storm and you had damage, so you have to get your roof replaced. But this is an example of one of those things where because you did something, perhaps it helps in another area and helps you save money down the road.
You can't always see around corners, but in this one, it was a good opportunity for us to serve people in a way that we didn't realize even at the time.
Okay, well, check your Facebook for that. I want to make sure we got about a minute left. Anything that you want to talk about that you guys are looking for right now, and then best ways as we pop up some of the information here to get in contact with Cervices.
Absolutely. Give us a call, 749-ROOF. We can get you on the schedule to have somebody come out and make sure before the weather does set in. A lot of times there is a statute of limitations on your storm damage.
Good to know,
so
too.
Before the March anniversary of that first windstorm from last year comes in, make sure that you get us out there to take a look at it and get you at least in the process. You can use some of the visualizer tools and see what those colors are going to look like on your actual house, and we would love to partner with you through that. And we're always looking for other thoroughbreds and rock stars in terms of sales estimators. So, you know, anybody that is passionate about helping other families, give us a call, and we'll see if we can have somebody else join the team.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, Cervices does excellent work. Clearly a great place to work. You guys are passionate about what you do. So, Dana, always great to have you here on the show. And thanks for the work you do in the community, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. Stay with us here on Wave Listens Live. Speaking of hiring, UPS will be joining us in our next segment talking about the UPS Hiring Blitz ahead of the holiday season. Stay with us.